Sorry Leute, aber irgendwie will das nicht mehr so
If you
richtig
would be so
funktionieren mit
kind
der
as to share those
Übertragung.
lights with me, we can proceed.
Ist zum zweiten Mal abgebrochen worden. Also sagt zum dritten Mal.
I hate to be a bother,
Oder
but
zum zweiten
would
Mal
you
kurz
press that
hintereinander.
button on the gravity tool?
Also, gut. Dann machen wir mal weiter. Mal
The
sehen, wie
button
lange es
is
hält.
just there on the side.
Ansonsten
All you
muss
have
ich
to do is
hier
press
leider
it.
dann abbrechen. Aber ich glaube, es ist sowieso schon so gut wie das
I'm
Ende.
sure that if you share those lights
Denn
with
wir haben
me,
ja eigentlich
I'll
alle
be
Räume
able to tell you
durch.
more.
Und daher, schauen wir mal.
I went in, and there must have been some kind of electrical surge or something. Overloaded the circuits, perhaps. And then this happened. Whatever this is. Before I could make it the whole way through, the connection dropped. My mind was torn apart. I can only assume that the machine sent only part of me through, leaving the rest of my mind in the physical plane, splintered into small bits of energetic light, settling like fallout throughout the mansion. So that's what happened. So she is here. She's lost, and thanks to you, I've got full control of my mind back. Now, what I need to do is get out of here, back to the physical world, and recalibrate the machines properly. Once I've done that, I'll be able to locate Rena, and then I can bring her back as well. We're so close. Everything we're doing for Rena now. Let's see the 8th key. Another chess piece.
Yep, the queen, I guess.
Of course it is. Now, here's what you need to do. Return to the mansion's foyer. Look for a large prescribed circle in the floor near the entrance to the home. The lab entrance will present itself to you. The answers are there. What we're both seeking is there.
Man, if the machine did that to you, then it must have obliterated your wife.
Einer fehlt uns.
I'll do what you're asking. I want to see the secret lab as much as the next guy, but, I mean, come on. I can't tell if he really thinks he's going to find his wife, or if he's just kidding himself. Or maybe he's lying to me to get me to help him. I don't know. But if he's using me, let's face it, I'm using him too. His story is probably going to make me rich. And besides, what if it is all true? What if that lady really is trapped in some kind of permanent limbo? What a nightmare.
Jetzt haben wir ihn. Sehr gut.
You completed the circuits.
Da war nichts mehr drin. Hab ich auch hier geguckt. Das ist bloß die Maschine. Da hinten war nichts mehr. Hier waren wir. Da hinten, das haben wir gemacht. Da ist auch bloß die Maschine drin.
caught those keys you have collected on these pedestals. I always enjoy this moment.
Ich weiß nicht, ob ich jetzt richtig umsetze.
We've had this furniture for ages, still holding up.
Faszinierend.
Experiment. We were lucky enough to have this place and the resources to pursue our dreams.
Boah, Alter, ist das eine Riesenmaschine. Alles unter dem Haus. Heftig. Wahnsinn.
Oh, thank goodness you've made it. Welcome to the lab. Indeed. This is where Rena and I assembled our crown jewel. Isn't she a beauty?
Yeah, it's something, all right.
But there's no time to waste. Here,
Oh,
let me
geht
walk
das
you
tief
around and show
runter.
you how everything works. You'll need to know all this when the time comes.
When we put you back together again, here in the real world?
Yes, exactly. Now, this operation was designed as a two-man operation, Rena and myself, so I'm afraid you'll have to do the work of two people when you're here.
I'm pretty sure I can handle it.
I have no doubt someone as young and healthy as yourself should have no problem. Oh, God, Lord, it's roasting down here.
Weg.
Let's get the air circulation running again. That should bring the temperature down. There's 3 breakers nearby. Throw them to get the air moving.
So kann man auch alles entsorgen. Krass. Null.
If you can find the breakers and flip them, we'll have more air in here. First order of business is to find the breakers. If you can find the breakers and flip them, we'll have more air in here. First order of business is to find the ring. If you can find the breakers and flip them, we'll have more air in here.
anything happens to me, if I'm hurt or if I disappear, the person responsible is Lawrence Talbot. We've had another argument. You know, there is one side of Lawrence. That side is so kind and clever, wonderful. And other times, when he's been drinking, people don't realize what he is capable of, what he could do. It's like living with Jekyll and Hyde. And tonight, I am with Mr. Hyde. He's coming.
So entsorgt man alles. Einfach mal über die Brüstung schmeißen. Alles fort. Wie gesagt, ist alles weg, außer das, was jetzt hier noch liegen geblieben ist. Aber so bin ich wenigstens sicher, dass ich alles mitnehme. Komme ich nicht ran. Leer, leer. Und weg. Ich sollte vielleicht doch nicht da durchlaufen. Das könnte sonst mein Ende sein. Nichts anfassen.
First order of business is to find the breaker. If you can find the breakers and flip them, we'll have more air in here. first order of business is to find the breakers. If you can find the breakers and flip them, we'll have more air in here. One down, just 2 to go. You found one of them. There are 2 more here somewhere. Down, 1 to go. That's 2. There's 1 more here somewhere. This looks important. There we go. Now then, let's take a look around. And that, Miss Patterson, is the capacitor.
It's huge.
It is indeed. Has to be in order to hold all the energy required to tear open a portal to another dimension.
You say that like it's so obvious.
It's incredible, is what it is. You see, what we do is trickle charge the capacitor. It builds up a massive amount of energy, and then we fire it, all at once in an extremely targeted way. The blast is so strong, it pricks a hole in the fabric of reality itself. It opens a door to the parallel. But that's only part of the story. It's all well and good to open the door, but the parallel is a world without limits, and that makes it dangerous. If one simply walked in, they could simply disappear. We realized that we had to give ourselves some guidance, and that's where the probes come in. Here, I'll show you. Do you see these devices mounted on the top?
Those big plugs? Yeah, I see them.
Those are the probes. Very important. They shape the signal to the parallel. It's essential that they're positioned just so. If they're even an inch out of place, we're in trouble.
Why are they so important?
How to explain? Have you ever had to use an antenna?
I guess, once in a while.
You know how you have to adjust it at times in order to pick up a signal.
Sure, I guess. I have to move my phone around sometimes to get a better Wi-Fi signal.
The same principle applies. Because you see, the frequency is critical. You have to get it right. When it's tuned just so, then the information can flow. It's like a current of electricity into and out of the parallel. It's a bit like finding a radio station on the dial, I suppose. At first, just static, and then all of a sudden the music comes through loud and clear.
I see.
Look over here. Look at these computers. Do you see them?
Wow, those are old school.
Do you know what we use them for?
Listening to really, really old music?
No, we use them to store people.
Say what?
Right at the moment of transit, the traveler becomes data. Becomes ones and zeros, just for a moment. We needed a place to safely store that data because, obviously, it's very important that data reconstitutes back into flesh and blood when travelers return.
Wow.
My DNA is in these machines, or my genetic blueprint is anyway. We'll need to use the data stored in these machines to retrieve the blueprint, so that I can be put together again. Correctly, of course. My head needs to be on my shoulders and so on. Everything where it's supposed to be. Now, look here, on the lab floor. See anything unusual? You don't usually see a grand piano in a lab, eh? Rena insisted
gerade versenkt
we were
im Piano.
down here so that she could play. She and I spend so much time in the lab that we added a few of the comforts of home. And there's nothing Rena loved more than her music.
Aw, that's sweet.
When I'm here, I can feel her, close to me. Can't you?
Uh-huh. I don't know. Not really.
Come now, don't you? Perhaps just a little bit.
Well, yeah, okay. I guess I do, kind of.
Indeed. At any rate, let's move on. Behind these sealed fire doors is one of the battery rooms. Good job we have these doors, actually. Those batteries can get a bit pungent, what with the chemicals and whatnot. Wouldn't want you passing out, miss.
I do feel a little funny now that you mention it.
Then we won't linger. All you need to know is that these batteries are critical to the operation. Without their power, the capacitor would be useless. We need to go this way. Now then, it's time to take a look at something really special. Over here, this way to the Weaver. Down, please. It took over a year and a half just to build the capacitor.
Warum hat denn der bei der 1 nicht angehalten? Kaputt oder was?
We hadn't had the gravity tool to assemble it. I had parts of it commissioned from factories all over the country. We assembled it here like the world's largest model kit. All right, here we are. Now, we need the business end of the device.
Alter
God, it's
Verwalter.
loud!
Oh, guck mal, hier sind ein paar Gegenstände gelandet.
Parallel foil. Recognize the umbilicus down there? You don't usually see it from this angle, eh? And that's the Weaver. See the ring? It weaves the cables that run down the side of the silo into the umbilicus. A person's data is transmitted down the umbilicus, and then it's put back together again there at the foot of the machine. It's a bit like a telephone, you see? Phones send voices over wires to another location. But in this case, instead of transmitting our voices, we transmit it ourselves. Now, let's go upstairs and take a look at the nerve center of the whole operation, the control room.
Kann ich nicht mal kaputt machen. So ein Dreck.
Please?
What do you do when there's no one around to push these buttons for you?
My dear, the elevator's not here for my benefit. Oh, good Lord, look at that. I did a good job with that, didn't I? Oh, dear. Must clean that sometime. Excuse me, young lady. This way.
Ach, jetzt gehen wir zu dem Kontrollraum. Ah ja. Ja doch, ich komm doch schon. Darf man sich hier nicht mal umgucken?
This way, madam.
Ich kann nicht so schnell wie du.
Thing over here.
Gottes Willen. Rennt der mir hier davon?
From up here, we can see the status of all the device's critical systems. also comes with a pretty spectacular view. When the time comes, you'll need to come up here in order to adjust the probes.
The probes are the antenna, right? They pick up the signal?
Exactly so. Now, we keep the probes locked in place, and you'll need to unlock them by disengaging the magnetic clamping system. You'll do so by using these series of levers here by the side of the console. We need to go this way.
Mit Kamera. Radar.
Hey, look at this thing over here. Dum 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 dum. Oi, I said this way. Once the probes are released from the couplings, you'll be able to use the gravity tool to reposition them into alternative sockets. Everything looks to be shipshape for now, though, so let's head down to the barometer. Down, please. You know, we might be able to cheat the system. If I get inside and bridge a circuit, and you give the barometer a whack, it might skip to the next circuit.
Okay, let's give it a try.
Okay, let's see if this works. Right then. Now, okay, I think I've got it. Now, give it a bash.
Okay, bashing coming right up.
I take it you found your way into the lab. How did the equipment look? Was there much damage? How was the capacitor?
That is the most mad scientist place I've ever seen.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Seriously, if people knew about that place...
Let's not worry about other people right now. Best if we just get started. Yes, I see the lab. It's held up remarkably well. Do you remember what I said to you? How I first described the lab?
Don't know. You said a lot of things.
I told you that things you've dreamed of are waiting for you there.
Yeah, that was a weird thing to say.
Let's see this through, Patterson. You're so important to me. You're helping me help Rena. I will forever be grateful. I will repay you. You have my word.
If this helps Rena, then cool.
Your lips to God's ear, my dear. Now, if you have more memories for me.
Here you go.
Good. Good. Things are coming along. Now we can start to work on the extraction plan. With any luck, I'll be back in the real world soon. God, I can't wait to feel the sun on my skin and see real trees again. Tell me, Patterson, how do you feel?
Who, me? I feel fine.
Good, because we're close. But we're not done yet. We should brace ourselves mentally for whatever comes next. We are facing many unknowns. For example, we don't know if I can even cross back over safely. We don't know if I'll be able to make the necessary repairs to the machine. Who knows if I can pinpoint her location, or if she's even alive. I don't know if this will be a search and rescue operation, or a search and retrieval operation. Do you understand my meaning?
You're saying you don't know if you're saving Rena or just retrieving her body?
Yes, exactly. I can't bear to think of that way, but I must. I have to prepare myself for every eventuality. You should too. I'll see you soon. Good. You're back. We have a lot of work to do. Let's take a look at those reels. Only a few of them are running, and that won't be enough. We need all of them if we're going to access my genetic blueprint. Mind following me, please? We need to go this way. No, not that way. Mind following me, please? Please, we don't have time to waste. Two to go. I'm over here. One left. Excuse me, young lady. This way. This way, please. Follow me. Huzzah! We are in business! Right. Now, as I said before, when someone goes through the machine, their DNA is transformed into data. I don't mean to startle you, Patterson, but you are on these tapes now.
I am?
Indeed. Each time you've gone into the parallel, the machines have facilitated your travel. And as a result, they had to capture some of you. Your data doppelganger is in these machines. For the moment, anyway.
Well, let's delete that. Right now.
We will write over these tapes. Don't worry.
Whoa! What was that?
Oh, blast it. There must have been an overload in the battery room. Oh, we don't have time for this super setback. Let's see if we can fix it. I see. Oh, look at this mess. Do you see those burnt-out power couplings? First thing we need to do is take those out and replace them with spare batteries. I think we can fix this. Come here. Use the gravity tool to take out those burnt batteries right here. The batteries should just come right out, no problem. Just pull them towards you. Very good. Now, it's out with the old, in with the new. We've got some spare batteries right there. Just pop them right in. turn them. We're not done yet, I'm afraid. Let's go back to the control room. Once you rotate them, you should see a green light on the top. Just... look for batteries with a red light. If it's red, it means it's either dead or not anchored correctly. Please? Here, I'll show you what to do in the control room.
You really got me running all over the place.
I know, it's a bit mad going up and down like this. Normally, Rena helps with this process. Now, we need to power down the magnetic couplings so we can safely move the probes.
Oh yeah, I remember.
We need to release them before we can adjust them. Just pull the levers here to release the magnetic clamps. Just pull the levers, nothing to it. Pull the levers, that will loosen the clamps. Well done! Do you see the green light on the couplings? That means we can move the probes. Follow me. There are only two places where you can easily move the probes. The gantry here, or from the main lab floor. Very... oh, that's lovely. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Let's move the probe here. This should help us dial in the carrier signal. Well done! On to the next probe. Here we go. Just grab it with the tool and give it a tug. That's it. And just place it here. Nicely done. We have only two left to move. This should give us a much stronger signal to the parallel. Okay, here we go.
I don't
Third time's
feel so
charm.
good.
Give it a yank. You don't? Oh dear. Perhaps it's all the energy you released. You'll be all right. Here, let's put that probe where it belongs. Goes just here. We're doing such good work. Only one probe to go.
Ich tue mich total vom Hirn brennen, oder was?
Job. This job never ends.
It's quite a bit of work doing this. It was so much easier with two people when Rena and I made adjustments together. Same drill, my dear. Glorious! Here you go. Just place it here. Huzzah! All done. Okay, we need to head back to the control room to activate the magnetic clamps to secure everything before we can return to the parallel. The probes have been adjusted. Brilliant. Now, all we have to do is simply lock them back into place. Just push the levers back into position.
done? Yeah, some team. You give the orders and I do the work.
Well, my dear, I'm not much use as a handyman.
Genau. Ich arbeite
Now,
für ihn.
let's get you back over to the room barometer so that you can report your progress down below. Things are going very well. Down, please. Here's the barometer. Patterson, you don't look very well. How do you feel?
Not so great, to be honest.
Well, give me a dose and then let's talk about it. All you have to do is press that button there on the side, and the lights will be released. I need you to be strong. Stay with me. We're nearly done. Think of Rena.
I can't think about Rena because I don't even know Rena. I've never even seen her.
Are you sure about that?
Huh? Yeah, of course I'm sure.
I've told you so much about her. She must feel very real to you by now. Nearly as real as I do.
If you say so.
Give us a bit more. That's a good girl. Wouldn't you like to talk to her? Just once? I'm sure she'd very much like to talk to you.
Hey man, she's your wife, not mine.
I think about her all the time. I have so many questions for her. I want to know what happened. There's only one person to help solve that mystery, Patterson, and that's you. I'm counting on you. Everything hinges on you.
You're really making me out to be more important than I am.
Again, please. Oh no, Patterson. You're incredibly important. You're the linchpin, I'd say.
Just tell me what I need to do so that we can wrap this up.
Okay, we are getting very close. Go back to the lab. We need to do some fine-tuning of the probe's position for the carrier signal. You're doing a wonderful job, Patterson. Don't stop now. I'm counting on you. So, what is the word from down below?
I guess we're not done yet. The probes need an adjustment, and we need to lock the Weaver down, too.
The probes are delicate things. Not surprising to hear that they need a bit of fine-tuning. Well, no rest for the wicked, eh? Let's get started.
Where do we start?
Up, please. Let's head back to the control room. We have levers to throw. The probes are locked in place, as you know. We just need to unlock them. That means we need to power down the magnetic couplings again. We've done it before. You probably remember how to do it.
Yeah, throw the levers, right?
That's right. They're unlocked. Now you can move them. Off we go.
How many are we moving this time?
3 should do it.
you sure I'm not being exposed to radiation or something?
Why do you say that?
Well, when we move the probes, I don't feel so great.
It's just a physical effort, that's all. It was a challenge for me as well. You can do it. I have faith in you. Let's try again, my dear.
There it is again. That sick feeling.
It will pass. Keep going. Place the probe here. That's the stuff. And now, this one. And if you would, place it here. Very well. Here's the third probe we need to move. And place it here. Exactly so. Now let's lock everything in place so that we don't lose any of the hard work you've done.
Yeah, let's do that. Because there is no way I'm doing that again.
You're a good person to help an old man this way. Let's head back to the control room.
Ich tue mich durch ihn total verpolen.
Now let's just swing those levers back to lock everything down.
I'm fine.
If you're sure, I think we're through the worst of it anyway. Come, let me take you to the Weaver so you can be on your way. Let's take the elevator, my dear. Down, please. Are you feeling better?
Sure. Maybe. I guess.
You're a young and healthy girl. I'm sure you will be fine.
This is insane!
Yes, and highly dangerous. Let's lock the Weaver into place so you can go.
How do we do that?
Insert the gravity tool into these 3 keyholes and pull down.
Never a dull moment around here.
Well done, Patterson. Up, please. Indeed, let's get you to the room barometer. Thank you, Patterson. That will calm the umbilicus, so my journey back has a better chance of success. deliver the message, all systems go. And Miss Patterson, thank you again for all you've done. Welcome back. My goodness, you look worse than before.
I can't do this much longer. I don't know what's in that lab, but it's doing a number on me.
Then let's move quickly. The sooner I can get out of the parallel, the sooner I can find out what happened to Rena. I'm ready when you are. That's better.
Hey, listen. I've been thinking about that. What if it turns out that she's not okay?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, look what happened to you. Half your mind split off into a million bits, trapped in this parallel place. That's pretty bad. All I'm saying is, don't get your hopes up, you know? Anything could have happened.
What do you think happened to Rena? Do you have a sense, a feeling of what might have happened to her?
No, not exactly.
I'm ready for my next dose. Not exactly, you say. But perhaps you feel something. Do you think she's all right? Do you think she's still with us? Do you think she's got something she wants to tell us? Cat got your tongue, Patterson.
Hey, man. I didn't sign up for any weird whatever this is. Just give me my reward and I'll get out of your hair for good.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Could you dose me one last time? I suppose I'm a bit frightened myself, frankly. It all comes down to this moment. I can only hope we've done our job properly. Go back and prep the machine. Once it's ready, I'll be able to cross back over, and then we can conclude our business. Well done. We did it.
Talbot?
Hä?
Is
Wo bin ich denn jetzt?
you? You sound different.
Role-playing is part of my job, Miss Patterson. In case you were wondering, we're in the lab. You're down there, and I'm up here.
I'm stuck, Talbot. I'm stuck in this chair.
That's because you're wearing restraints. Nothing to be alarmed about. It's for your own protection.
What?
Try to hold still. We haven't removed the probes from your skull yet.
I'm asleep.
No. You've been asleep for a while, but you're awake now.
What's happening?
This will come as a bit of a shock, I'm afraid, but I must tell you, you've been in a coma for the past 3 weeks.
What?
Yes, medically induced, of course. All perfectly safe. You were badly injured during the police chase.
Huh? What police chase?
We had to induce you in order to reduce the swelling in your brain. We've been working on you for a while. It was the only way to find out what really happened.
Nothing happened.
Oh, something definitely happened. That's why we're here today. Do you remember our discussions about the mind and how it works? How we hide secrets from ourselves, bury them in our subconscious? Sometimes we bury things so deep that we truly forget them. But they're there. And with a little skillful fishing, we can get them out.
What are you talking about?
I said once that most people organize their memories into palaces in the mind. But you've built a mind fortress. Very hard to penetrate.
I don't know.
You remember the mansion. But did you know? That wasn't my home. That was yours.
What are you talking about? I'm not an old man from 1,000,000 years ago. None of those memories were mine.
Well, it's true that you're you. 23-year-old. Female. Correct.
So, how could any of those memories be mine?
We theorized that if we showed the memory recall as yours, if we revealed your buried memories as they truly are, it would cause your mind fortress to batten down the hatches, and that would endanger our case. You block those memories, after all. For good reason.
Huh? Case? What case?
For a breach of your mind to be successful, we decided it was safer to speak of, false memories. And pretend they were mine. We added in some details from my grandfather's life. Dropped them into your unconscious early on. Power of suggestion and all that. You did the rest. I must say, you have a vivid imagination. It's incredible how the mind stitches disparate thoughts and notions together.
You've been lying to me.
Well, not exactly. I mean, my name is Talbot, that part is true. But I'm not a college professor. I'm a detective.
You're a what?
And you are a suspect. Well, or should I say, you were a suspect. There's no question of your guilt now.
Let me out of this chair!
All of our interactions, except for this one, of course, took place in your mind. You were the host. I was simply the guest.
I should have left you down there to die.
Careful. Mind the probes.
What about Rena? What about all that crap about finding her in the parallel?
Rena's not in the parallel, Patterson.
Huh? Then where is she?
I think you know the answer to that.
Me? Why would I know?
You had a lot to hide. Your subconscious was very resistant to us. We decided that we had to quarantine part of your memories away from you so that you wouldn't fall out of the illusion. Our quarantine seems to have worked. You've even managed to disconnect from the sound of Rena's name. Remember her?
What is this?
We were never going to get to the truth without your help. We needed to methodically catalog your mind, to record your neural pathways so that you and I would have full access to what really happened. Remember the keys I asked you to find? The puzzles I asked you to solve?
The Eiffel Tower, the stupid chess pieces. Yeah, I remember.
A mind that's trying to solve a puzzle is a mind that is opening up. That is searching for something. And that is necessary to our work. Those objects all meant something to you once.
You're wrong. They didn't mean anything to me.
Well, they used to, until you blocked the associated memories. They were designed to trigger something in your mind. To open up a pathway to a memory that you've chosen to forget. Memories of your life with Rena.
This is insane. I don't know anybody named Rena.
Don't you?
No!
The closer we got to the truth, the harder it was for you. You remember those visits to the lab? How ill you felt?
Shut up!
Your mind was opening up. Memories were flooding back faster than ever before. It put a strain on your mind. It was difficult to assimilate so much information at once.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
Yeah, it's difficult to face the truth, Patterson.
I don't want to talk anymore.
You do know Rena.
No.
You know her very well.
Shh.
Shh. She wasn't my wife, was she, Patterson?
No.
Shh. It's all right. The quarantine in your mind has been lifted. You know the truth. It's time to admit it. To me, and to yourself.
It hurts.
I made up stories about Rena and about our life together. These were lies, but of course, she wasn't a lie.
I can't explain.
She was real. A woman with a full life ahead of her.
I don't want to.
Whose wife was she?
Mine. She was my wife.
That's right, Patterson. Very good. And what happened between the two of you?
Don't make me say it.
That's the beauty of this process. You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to confess. We already know. We saw everything. All the memories you've hidden in your mind. We recorded them all.
Please. Please let me out of this chair.
I think you know I can't do that. You committed a crime, after all. A very serious one.
No.
What happened to Rena, Patterson? Shh, just say it. It will go easier if you do.
I can't.
You can.
She's dead.
Why, Patterson? Why is she dead?
Because of me.
Exactly.
But I can explain.
You already have, in full.
But it was an accident. It wasn't supposed to go that way.
But it did go that way. You'd been drinking. Your motorcycle crashed. She died. It's a short story, isn't it? The kind of thing that happens every day.
They screwed up. I know.
But you tried to hide the body. Run away from what you'd done. If you had just told the truth, you could have spared her parents so much anguish. And you'd probably receive some mercy from the courts.
Please. Please, you don't understand.
But you didn't tell the truth. You tried to hide. We found you. You showed us the truth. And now you have to live with the consequences. If there's a crime, there has to be a punishment, too. The rich get justice in this world, Miss Patterson. And Rena's family was very, very rich. You'll be in the hospital at first. You'll need time to recover from the procedures. They were quite invasive. Once you're back to full health, we can proceed to the sentencing phase. Subconscious memories are admissible in the court of law now, you know. They're considered evidence. Rock solid, in fact.
I don't understand.
Oh, I think you do. You're a very smart girl. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on this. And Patterson, truly, thank you. I couldn't have done this work without you.
Ach du Scheiße, das war's wohl schon. Das ist ja ein Scheißende. Na gut. Dann war's das für heute. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Ansonsten schaue ich mal weiter, wenn es wieder ein Adventure VR gibt. Ich hoffe mal in Deutsch. Ansonsten wünsche ich euch was. Ihr könnt mich liken, weiterempfehlen. Bis dann.